Well, hello everybody. It is the Garden Foodie. I am here on my first YouTube video showing you guys what's going on in my garden here in Zone 8B. I moved to Georgia back in June and I love it. I moved from Texas, so understanding the soil and things like that have been a challenge, but it's been a rewarding challenge, and I think that I've gotten the hang of it more so here than back in Texas, honestly. But today, we actually have a lot of things to do. I walked through the garden and I said, you know what, it's a sunny day, but it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a lot of temperamental weather things going on. So I have some harvesting to do, I have some checking up to do, and I also have some new grow bags that Amazon delivered not too long ago that I need to set up. And I'm gonna show you guys how I actually set up my grow bags and how I let my soil bags go the long way. I'm also going to show you guys the soil that I use. I have been seeing around, like, even Yellow Door Urban Homestead, Asia, she uses Happy Frog now to start her seeds, but I use the same bag of soil that I use in the ground to start my seeds. So I might have to look into Happy Frog to see how seeds actually do, what's the germination rate, different things like that. But a little bit about me: I started gardening maybe last year around, I want to say, April. I did not do any winter sowing, anything like that, and I actually didn't grow vegetables or anything in ground. I started with a little container because I wanted to know if I had a death finger. if I can keep plants and vegetables alive. So I'm actually really excited. Sorry, somebody's cutting their grass, so I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But I was able to keep some things alive, so I said, you know what, I want to go full out and move to Georgia. House is being renovated, but I said, you know what, I want to get in on the season. I want to learn through how to grow through the slow season. And so here we are, and I am growing a plethora of things right now, and I'm super excited for spring. But I'll show you what I started in the fall season and in succession sowing. So let's get right to it. And I just realized I look like somebody out of Matilda. I don't know if I'm gonna change it throughout this video, but y'all just go light on me. So I will actually start over here. If you see these bricks, you're probably wondering why the bricks. So I told you guys, my home is still in the middle of being renovated. So basically, the owner of this home previous to us is actually the first and only other owner of this home. She had a lot of landscaping done to the house. This was like a party pad for her. She was an AKA, so she had everything kind of set up out here already in a way. But she had a large landscaping section off, but I knew that I wanted my garden there, so I just pulled up all of those bricks, and you'll see another bed over here. I used those bricks in various places, and I still have some left over, but not enough to do another bed. But that's where the bricks came from, and I just utilized them to kind of make an initial bed to start out with. So in this bed, it's a smaller bed. I didn't do any measurements, but you could say it's about 3 bricks by 5. 2.5 bricks by 5. And these are Alabama blue collards. Right now, everything looks a little bit limpy because the sun's been out and it was pretty cold last night. But I have harvested leaves off of these already. And as you can see, as you can see right up under here, you could probably tell that I have. Now, these are starts. A lot of these plants, I actually had to go to my local feed and seed because my initial plants had actually died. But they had a nice amount for $5, and so I went and got them. There are some that are getting woody on the bottom. You probably can see that. I am still doing research on plants that are getting woody. Let me know in the comments if I should go ahead and pull these up. Y'all, I have no connection to these other than I do want the leaves off of it before I do. But I have no super connection to them because I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for the space. It'll make it a lot easier for me to figure out what I'm going to put in them if there's actually nothing in there. Over in this bed, this is the bigger bed. This bed, I don't know how many bricks I did. I just wanted to make something, y'all. And like I said, this is actually a lot of stuff, but if you could see how long it goes. So I might do a cattle panel or something in the middle if I wanted to grow beans because of where my sun is right now. And when spring starts, all of these trees that's around the backyard that you see all over here are going to start filling up. So I want to make sure that I am able to track my sun and see what is going on there. But right here, I had some starts from some Georgia Southern Collards, and so that's what these are. I just planted these because I did have some romaine lettuce in all of these different areas over here, but with our frost being so it bit a little hard, so I had to get those out the ground. So I had to plant these right here. Then we have cabbage. I also got the cabbage from my local feed and seed. They are doing, whoa. Sorry y'all, my gimbal was doing something crazy, but they are doing well. This one I had to use as bait for aphids because during the beginning, oh my goodness, they had a ball. But I do have 6 of them and they are starting to head pretty nicely. Like right here, yeah, they're starting to head pretty nicely. But the sun just has everything a little soft right now. And then we have more cabbage. And then I have this beautiful broccoli I am excited to harvest. And not only is this broccoli beautiful, it also wants to give me some babies. I have up under here some pretty broccoli shoots. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there we go. And so I'm really excited. This one also has broccoli shoots already growing up under there. Don't know if you can see them, but I have 6 broccoli as well. And so I have broccoli growing on all of those too. This is a mustard. I had 2 of them. This one lasted from the first batch of things that just didn't live. And they're all cracking. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it. It doesn't have the same texture as it did in the beginning, and it's probably because of the frost that we had, but I think there's growth. I just don't know if this will taste good. These are some more mature Georgia, y'all, I'm gonna get it together, it's a tongue tie, Southern Georgia collards. And as you can see, I've harvested off of these as well already, and they are also getting woody at the bottom. Y'all, please help me. I don't know what to do with the ones that's getting woody. It is a frosty season still, so it could be happening in that regard too. More Georgia Southern collards. Y'all, you're probably wondering, how did I get so many seeds? I got them from my local feed and seed, and that bag probably fills up a 5-acre lot of farming. So I still have a lot left. I have y'all, I am tongue-tied right now. I am out of breath. I am so sorry. But I have carrots here. Look at that. The carrots are beautiful. They are ready. And so these are, I have a lovely ladybug too that wants to help out around here. But yes, we will be harvesting those today. I'm excited. I do want to mention that I did plant this stuff, or started planting this stuff out in September or October of last year. So it's really nice to be seeing the harvesting time. So far, the only thing that I have not harvested from that I actually sowed or planted was the carrots. I did buy the cabbage as starts, but of course those take a long time. Broccoli takes a long time. So those are the things from fall that I have not gotten a chance to actually harvest from, but I'm excited to show the other stuff that I started from seed, and we'll be harvesting soon. Over here it's kind of like a hodgepodge mess of lettuce. This is like a salad bar for me and my family. I have not harvested. I am going to be cleaning up this bed for spring. I don't like the way that it looks, so I will be cleaning it up soon. But if I get close, you can see how much growth is actually here. But the leaves are just kind of taking over the bed. I'm using the leaves as mulch, and that's why it's still there. But look at that. Oh man, just from where these started in the starter tray, everything looks absolutely edible. As you would hope when you're gardening. So I'm excited about that. Over here is some more Alabama blues. I did have to get rid of the one in the middle because when I harvested it, my mother was here and she was looking at it like, girl, what is this stuff on that plant? And it was aphids everywhere, y'all. And my silly self took it in the house without checking. But these are some more y'all. Georgia Southern, y'all, the GSUs, or the Georgias. I'm just gonna call them the Georgias. This is more lettuce, and here is turmeric that's waiting, or ginger that's waiting to awaken. These are onions, or garlic, sorry. I'm actually waiting for garlic bulbs. So, you know, the household is like, I want to eat the leaves, and I'm like, stay out my garden. Here are beets. They are doing their thing from where they started. I don't mind those taking forever because I don't know about beets enough. Then here we have more broccoli, and I will be able to harvest these in succession. There's a small broccoli head in that one, so I'm excited about that. And in this bag, speaking of the bags, y'all, these bags are 5-gallon bags from VivaSun. I love VivaSun. It's like a cheaper version of the bag, but it's still higher quality for me. They last a long time, and I love them in my garden. I do have 7-gallon bags that I talked about earlier that we're gonna put in there, and I'm gonna show you how I actually start my bags. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna show you how I start my bags in those. In these 5-gallon bag, I was able to start a seed of chard, and I have already harvested leaves off of them, which that one's trying to replace. But I have harvested leaves off of here, and I was able to plant it in a bag with broccoli. They did not fight for food, and as you can see, I have a nice, beautiful head growing there, and it is with child too. I have some beautiful mini broccolis in there, and this one struggled, y'all. I don't know why it stayed so small, but I think maybe at the nursery it stayed shaded, so I was worried at first. But look, we have a nice broccoli head that's starting in there too. So just to let y'all know, a little tip: do not be afraid of the size of the plant, because you will still get a harvest. Just be on the lookout. Hold on, y'all. I promise I'll get back to what I was saying, but I have these mounds for leaves, and you'll see what I do with the leaves later. But I have these mounds of leaves for not only what I'm going to show you, but also for compost. And look at this. What is this? Y'all, what is, oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm too through. I am too, y'all. Now, y'all. Well, that is, look at the roots on this, y'all. Oh, that is going in some soil today. That's going in some soil. But what I was trying to say was, do not be afraid to just let the small thing win. Let it grow, see what it's gonna do. Don't pull it up early, because it just might get you a harvest, and that's what we're growing for. But speaking of onions, I am actually starting onions from seed, and if you can tell, the bulbs are sprouting. So I have a bag of very small bulbs. I need to get this out of here because I'm not sure, y'all. I have trees over here, and sometimes the trees like to drop little gifts, and we don't want these little gifts to grow because we don't know what they are. So I am letting that go. But yes, I have red, white, and yellow onions growing in here, and I am so glad to see germination through all of the Georgia craziness and weather. But yes, this is the garden. I do have posts up because there's still more to do with the garden, but if you can look around, this is what's going on, and I am so excited for you guys to see where everything is going. But outside of that excitement, let's get to planting. I'm ready to fill up some bags, set them to rest a little bit while my starts get to going, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I have my shovel here, and right here we have a pile of leaves, and what I like to do is put the leaves on top of the sticks, and I have my shovel here to not only put the leaves in the actual pot, but I also use the shovel to kind of grind it up a little bit. It helps with the breakdown of the leaves. So see what I do with this. Having leaves in your backyard is a blessing and a curse. Sometimes you need the sun, but you also need the leaves. Good amount of leaves in here, and this is how many leaves I have in there, because what I want is about 6 inches of soil. I'm going to show you guys the soil that I use. So I use ProMix BK 25. This is a bag big enough, I think, for looking for the, yes, 2.8 square feet, or you know what I mean. So I get this bag from my local feed and seed for about $20, and it takes me a really long way. So let's get the food in this bag. I have these nice pots of different sizes from my father-in-law. He did not have a use for them, so I started with them. This bag is huge and very heavy. Otherwise, I would just pour this in here. That would be easier, but I'm not that strong. And I want to be sure to unclump it, because you'll find that you waste soil by not knowing if it's distributed or not. Breaking up the bag. It's pretty moist. We had some rain, but I always keep the top closed. I really like this soil, y'all. I really like it. I've been able to feed my family organic vegetables from this soil, so I really like it. The only reason why I'm leveling it out is because this is a huge bag, and I'm probably going to end up folding the tops a little bit, because anything truly big, it's going to go in the ground, but like, I'm going to use these bags a lot around the garden. Now I'm going to go in with my earthworm castings, and I'm going to put it over the top. And it looks the same color as the soil, so I want to be careful not to overdo it, because I still got 9 more bags to put this in. And I do have gloves. Let me go get those, because I'm not touching them with my bare hands. I am back with some gloves. My other gloves have gotten soaking wet in the temperamental weather of Georgia, and I will forever call it that, because what in the world? So I'm going to use these. And I am just mixing in the earthworm castings. I'm not going too deep, because I want the plant to get the nutrients out of this. I want them to get it. Don't know if that made sense out loud like it did in my head, but we're gonna stick with it. So now I am just going to show you guys, this is what it looks like after. And now I'm just going to repeat that step for all of the other 9 bags. But first, I'm going to take some leaves from here to mulch the top. Keep the soil a little moist, because we have some frosty nights coming. So this will also help keep it warm. Keep it in a good state if we're planting, because there's a while before these get filled up. And voila, we have bag number 1. So I'm going to fill those up, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have officially gotten tired of filling the bags for right now. So I wanted, out of being completely ready to do this, I'm ready to harvest these carrots, y'all. Are y'all ready to harvest with me? I know my sons are going to be so sad that I'm harvesting without them, but they have a full growing season to harvest with me. So let's do this thing. I'm so excited. Y'all, the anticipation. Okay, I'll just harvest one of these. I'm gonna harvest the small one and then maybe one of the big ones, and then I'll wait till my sons get home from school. Y'all, I'm so ready. Okay, here we go. Oh, what? Y'all, this is hilarious. But look at it. Look at that. Oh, I probably could have let that one grow some more, but that's okay. I'll have another carrot growing season. That is okay. It hit a blocker, and I'm pretty sure it was maybe some organic matter down there that kept it from growing through. But let's see if that affects the other one. Let's see. Now I gotta pick which one. I'll let them see this one. So I'm gonna, let's see. If this one has the same effect, y'all, then yes. Oh yeah. Okay. So we had a promising future, and I think, let me see what's down off in here. No, it wasn't blocked by anything. It wasn't blocked by anything but false hopes and shattered dreams. But I love watching this grow. This would have been, you know, they're both folded, so that's really interesting. That's really interesting. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm willing to try again. Look at those roots, gorgeous. But because the top part is edible, we'll have plenty of those greens, and this is what we're working with right now. It smells like a carrot. It smells edible. It's my first time. First time is always a good time. Well, thank you for hanging with me today. I do have to go get my sons from the school bus soon, so I'm going to wrap it up here, come out in the garden with them a little later. And thank you so much for hanging with The Garden Foodie. Follow me over on Instagram, The Garden Foodie. You can find me there. And I look forward to posting more videos of my garden, grow with me, and see where all of the different things take us. Bye.